The moment you awaken to the truth that life is not a battle but a magnificent game, you step into a power that has been quietly waiting for you all along. The universe does not resist your dreams, it simply responds to the patterns of thought and speech that you establish. Every word you utter, every thought you nurture, is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness, destined to grow into circumstances and experiences that reflect your inner declarations. Many wander through life, unaware of this divine law, believing that success is a matter of chance, or that happiness is something to be pursued externally. Yet the truth is far simpler and far more profound. The conditions of your life are direct reflections of your habitual words and the attitudes that flow from them. To change the landscape of your existence, you need only change the language you use, both aloud and in your mind, and affirm with unwavering conviction the reality you wish to experience. When you speak with authority, clarity, and faith, you align yourself with the invisible forces that govern creation. The universe, like a devoted servant, arranges circumstances, opportunities, and people to respond to the frequency of your declarations. But if you allow doubt, fear, or negative speech to dominate, you set in motion a tide of resistance, unseen yet powerful, that blocks the manifestation of your desires. Every time you complain, murmur, or lament, you are inadvertently reinforcing the limitations you wish to escape. It is not enough to wish or hope. You must declare and affirm, as though your spoken words are the very keys that unlock the hidden doors of destiny. When you do this consistently, life begins to bend to your will, not through struggle or force, but through effortless alignment with the eternal principles that govern all existence. Imagine for a moment that your words are magical instruments, each one shaping the architecture of your future. A single declaration of truth, repeated with faith, can dissolve long-standing obstacles and bring into manifestation what once seemed impossible. This is not mysticism, it is the natural law, simple and unchanging. The universe does not argue or negotiate. It responds accurately and impartially to the energy you emit through your speech and thought. If your inner dialogue is filled with confidence, hope, and gratitude, you magnetize experiences and people that reflect those qualities back to you. Conversely, if your words drip with worry, blame, or resentment, you attract situations that mirror that vibration, keeping you entangled in cycles of limitation. By consciously choosing language that elevates, empowers, and affirms your highest good, you take command of your destiny in ways that are subtle yet profoundly transformative. Now is the moment to realize that victory is not something you pursue, it is something you declare and allow. Your words are not merely expressions of thought, they are active creators, guiding the unseen currents of life to conform to your will. To step into this power is to recognize that you are no longer at the mercy of circumstance, but the master of your own reality. With every breath and every word, you shape your environment, influence your experiences, and call forth the life you are destined to live. From this moment on, the game is no longer about effort, struggle, or resistance. It is about conscious declaration, faith, and the unwavering understanding that what you affirm today becomes the world you inhabit tomorrow. The power to win the game of life lies not in chance, but in your ability to speak with clarity, confidence, and divine authority, knowing that the universe is ready to obey your words. As you step further into the awareness of these divine principles, you begin to notice the subtle currents that have always guided your life, often unnoticed, yet always present. There is a law of unseen intelligence that operates ceaselessly, shaping every event, every encounter, and every opportunity according to the energy and intention you emit. It is here, in this hidden realm, that the true architects of your destiny dwell, responding not to the surface desires of your mind, but to the deep-seated convictions expressed through your words. Many live their entire lives unaware of this, attributing success to luck or failure to circumstance, while in truth, it is the vibrational tone of your speech and thought that orchestrates the unfolding of your experience. The moment you recognize this, a profound shift occurs. You begin to see that resistance is not an external enemy, but a reflection of internal hesitation. Fear, doubt, and complaint are the barriers that have held you back, yet the same law that created them can dissolve them instantly when met with conscious declaration and faith. The power of non-resistance is one of the most potent tools at your disposal. It is not about passivity, nor is it about surrendering to circumstance. It is about aligning your thoughts and words with the unerring intelligence of the universe and allowing events to conform to your spoken affirmations. When you resist, struggle, or argue with life, you meet opposition, as if fighting the current of a mighty river. But when you release that resistance and speak with certainty, life bends effortlessly to your purpose. Obstacles that once seemed immovable dissolve, opportunities appear in the most unexpected forms, and people and circumstances shift in ways that serve your highest good. It is a subtle yet profound transformation, invisible to the untrained eye, yet undeniable in its effect. Each declaration of truth, each word spoken with faith, strengthens this current, building momentum that carries you beyond fear, doubt, and limitation into a realm of ease, abundance, and effortless victory. Suspense enters as you begin to realize that much of what you have accepted as inevitable is entirely malleable. The poverty, disappointment, or setbacks you have endured are not punishments, but mere reflections of unchallenged speech patterns, habits of thought, and accepted limitations. Imagine now that the very life you have believed to be fixed, the circumstances that have seemed permanent, are in fact clay in your hands, ready to be molded by your conscious affirmations. This is the threshold of transformation, the point at which the ordinary mind hesitates and the awakened mind steps forward with courage. Every word you speak from this moment carries a weight, a power to reshape the landscape of your existence. Fearful thoughts, complaints, and doubts are no longer tolerated because they are recognized as the very forces that hinder your progress. You begin to choose words that elevate, empower, and clarify your purpose, recognizing that each utterance is a vote cast in the game of life, either for limitation or for victory. In this suspended moment, the realization dawns that your destiny is not a distant dream, but a present reality, waiting to be declared. The universe is neutral, impartial, and infinitely responsive. It does not judge, it does not discriminate, it simply conforms to the vibrational tone you establish through your language. You are now standing on the precipice of a new creation, where intention meets opportunity, and words are the instruments of manifestation. There is an electric sense of suspense because the outcome is entirely in your hands, and the power to command it is immediate. Every affirmation you make is a key, every declaration a step toward the life you have always imagined. The hidden laws are no longer mysteries. They are tools you wield with conscious awareness. You begin to speak not with doubt or hesitation, but with the absolute certainty that life will respond in perfect accordance with your words. And in that certainty, you find the thrill, the suspense, and the promise of boundless transformation. Now, with the understanding of these eternal laws firmly rooted in your awareness, you are poised to step fully into the mastery of your life. There is no longer any need to be swayed by circumstance, no longer any reason to feel powerless or dependent on the whims of others. Every word you speak, every thought you nurture, becomes a precise instrument, shaping your reality with unfailing accuracy. You recognize that the external world is merely a mirror, reflecting the vibrations you maintain within. To change your world, you change your inner declarations. You begin to speak boldly of abundance, health, success, and joy, not as wishes or distant hopes, but as immediate realities, knowing that the universe, impartial and exact, is always listening. Resistance diminishes as you release attachment to outcomes and instead allow the intelligence of the unseen to work in harmony with your affirmations. You are no longer a passive participant, but an active creator, the conscious author of your own destiny, calling forth experiences that align perfectly with your spoken word. The power of your language is now undeniable. Every morning you rise, every interaction you have, and every decision you make becomes an opportunity to reaffirm your sovereignty over life. Complaints, fear, and doubt have been replaced by statements of faith, courage, and certainty. You declare prosperity, and doors that once seemed closed swing open. You affirm health, and your body responds with vitality and resilience. You claim joy, and the world conspires to reflect happiness back to you in countless forms. This is the miracle of conscious speech, the ability to transform ordinary experiences into extraordinary manifestations by aligning your words with divine truth. You see now that life is not a struggle, it is a dance of conscious creation, a magnificent game where victory is not merely possible but inevitable when approached with awareness, clarity, and faith. There is exhilaration in this understanding, for it reveals that nothing is fixed, that no past failure can dictate your future, and that every moment presents a new canvas on which to project your declarations of power. As you move forward, you embrace the full responsibility and freedom that comes with this knowledge. You no longer wait for opportunities to appear, you declare them into existence. You no longer seek approval or validation from outside. Your authority resides within. The universe aligns instantly with the precise vibration of your words, offering experiences, people, and circumstances that resonate with your affirmations. Obstacles no longer intimidate. They are simply tests of your consistency, reminders to maintain unwavering focus on your desired reality. Each moment becomes an occasion to speak with faith, to affirm with certainty, and to live with the joyful expectation of results. The suspense that once belonged to uncertainty is replaced with the thrill of conscious creation, the knowledge that every word, every thought, is shaping your destiny in perfect accordance with divine law. You feel an unstoppable momentum, a rising current of possibility that carries you beyond limitation, fear, and doubt into a realm where life itself responds as an obedient servant to your spoken declarations. From this moment on, you understand that winning the game of life is not about struggle, nor is it about luck. It is about conscious alignment, faith-filled speech, and the fearless declaration of truth. You are now the master of your own reality, fully empowered to create circumstances that reflect the highest vision of your soul. Every word you speak is a command to the universe, every affirmation a step closer to your divine destiny. You are free, you are powerful, and you are victorious. Declare now with certainty, from this moment on, I win the game of life, now and forever. The universe listens, life responds, and your destiny unfolds with effortless perfection. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.